Recognize the National President and Chief Executive Officer of the Student Veterans of America, Jared Lyon. Mr. Lyon.
Thank you, Chairman Moran and Takano, ranking members Tester and Rowe, and members of the committee. Thank you for inviting Student Veterans of America to present these policy priorities on behalf of our community. Established in 2008, SVA has a mission focused on empowering student veterans, and we're committed to providing an educational experience that goes beyond the classroom. Through a dedicated network of more than 1,500 on-campus chapters, SVA aims to inspire yesterday's warriors by connecting student veterans with a community of like-minded chapter leaders. There are over 100 student veterans, alumni, chapter advisors, supporters, and our 6th annual class of VFW SVA Legislative Fellows who are here with us today. Our SVA chapters span the globe and endeavor to create a thriving on-campus community for student veterans focused on inclusivity, support, and advocating for policies and resources that empower a generation. Specifically, I'd like to recognize our SVA chapter at Colorado State University, our current National Chapter of the Year, who is here today. For those of you in the audience that are representing SVA, would you please stand or raise your hand to be recognized? Thank you. Our research outlines the ways in which student veterans outperform their traditional peers on campus and in their communities. With higher grade point averages, a greater overall success rate, and the propensity to obtain degrees in high-demand fields, and better career outcomes post-graduation, one fact is clear. Today's student veterans are worth the investment America has made in them. Our latest research is called the Life Cycle Atlas, and it represents our effort to map the educational and career journeys of student veterans from high school to the present day. When complete, policymakers will be able to better allocate valuable resources, and transitioning service members will be able to make decisions informed by the aggregated data of thousands of veterans who have gone before them in college and into their careers. Based on our research and firsthand feedback from our community, the contemporary needs of student veterans directly inform our 2020 policy priorities. Most pressing, we are focused on critical GI Bill improvements aimed at the daily lives of student veterans, their families, survivors who are also using the GI Bill. We want to bring attention to 4 unique improvements that would substantially increase the success of the GI Bill. First, restoration of break pay. Second, reforming overseas housing allowance rates and the approval of study abroad programs. Third, creating greater safeguards for students affected by natural disasters. And fourth, affording service members additional time to consider whether or not the Montgomery GI Bill enrollment is right decision for them. Also, we strongly support a focus on modernization efforts within the VA, including designation of specific and sufficient IT funding for all VBA education and training modernization needs, the establishment of an Undersecretary of Economic Opportunity at VA, and an expansion of the modernization of the GI Bill college comparison tool. I'd like to take a moment, especially thank VA OIT and VBA for the modernization efforts of the education and loan guarantee programs. Just as student veterans helped democratize higher education after World War II, student veterans today are once again at the tip of the spear for all post-traditional students. Today, we are highlighting the need for better data on student food and housing insecurity, seeking increased access to childcare on campus, and asking for support to better integrate health and well-being services on campuses. While outside the direct jurisdiction of these committees, the Higher Education Act reauthorization affects major aspects of the educational opportunities, choices, protections that impact student veterans. SVA will continue to prioritize keeping the student veteran voice a key part of the reauthorization efforts as negotiations continue. Above all else, we are calling for an end to the damage caused by the long-standing 90-10 loophole. Thank you to the many members who have already stepped up to support us on this issue over the past year. In 2019, we saw the bipartisan bill in the Senate and the provision within the House College Affordability Act to close the loophole. Based on the growing support, we firmly believe that this year is the year the 90-10 loophole is finally closed. At SVA, we use the term the best of a generation when describing all veterans. In our nation's history, whether they were drafted or volunteered, deployed overseas or defended the home front, veterans have always been the best of their generation. From the founding of our country to present day, it continues to prove true that educated veterans are the key to solving whatever problems our nation faces. This is the legacy we know student veterans carry and what our 2020 policy priorities support. It is an honor to be here with you all today, and we look forward to empowering this and every generation of veterans with your support. Thank you.